Hello and welcome to part 4 of our 16-night Baltic cruise on P&O Aurora. In this episode we have a quick look round some more of the ship, we enjoy another day at sea and arrive at our first port of call, a very rainy Stockholm. So early morning came again and Lindsey duly kicked me out of the cabin so she could have a lie-in. This is the reception area on deck 5 of Aurora. It's a very plush and comfortable area that had new carpeting in its recent refit. And as we move through the reception area we come to this beautiful staircase that in turn leads to this stylish waterfall. Also on deck 5 we have a number of shops, which we actually use some of them. On deck 7 we come to Champagne Charlie's, which is next to our favourite bar on board the ship, Anderson's. It's a bar with a traditional style, comfortable, welcoming and slightly opulent and stylish. I've no idea why we like it so much. Right at the front on deck 7 is the Curzon Theatre. It has a seating capacity for 650 people and usually holds twice nightly shows. And also during the day it sometimes shows films and can also be the place to find lectures on board. Heading towards the aft of deck 7 is the small casino equipped with slot machines and a number of gaming tables. Just adjacent to the casino is Champions Bar. It's the home of sport on P&O Aurora. It also holds karaoke and a number of quiz entertainments nightly. Our final destination on deck 7 is the Carmen Show Lounge. It's a large area with lots of comfortable seating and holds shows during the evening and ballroom dancing, and during the day it's a home of line dancing, sometimes the choir and bingo. After a good breakfast we started our sporting activities for the day again. Unfortunately on this occasion neither of us were lucky enough to win. So after our exertions at Quoits earlier, where I came runner-up in the final, we didn't play very well. We looked to find somewhere nice to sit in the sun for a while. Couldn't find anywhere up the top deck, it was too drafty. So we came down to the prom deck and it's gorgeous here. Beautiful sunny weather, sitting, watching the world go by. Wonderful.
So what have you got tonight? Aurora. Go on.
It looks nice, doesn't it?
It does look nice, yes, it's pretty. So it's good for you as well.
Very good, cheers. Due to the extra days of sea, we had an extra formal night on board, and this evening we really enjoyed our meal in the main dining room. We completed our evening with a visit to the theatre and the Steve Mulhern show, Astonishing. Hi there, so we thought we ought to do a little bit of a catch up because we haven't really filmed anything for the last day, so we've been too busy enjoying our holiday.
Well, that's the point of being here.
Well, yeah, I guess it is. So yesterday was another sea day because of our missed port of Kiel, which was another good day. We did our usual deck sports.
It meant for another pleasant day. It was chilly, but if you caught it right, it was quite warm in the sun. So we went up and played quoits again.
We did.
Failed.
Yeah. Failed in the second round.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good day. Dinner was nice in the main dining room last night.
Yeah, it was very nice.
It was a formal night. And I've been moaning about the choices and quality of the food in the main dining room, but last night was very nice. You've got to speak as you find.
It shouldn't have been a formal night last night
No.
because of all the changes. They put the changed one of the formal nights that should have been a bit later on, and brought it forwards because we were still at sea. So that was a little bit confusing for everybody, but it worked out fine. And we went to see Astonishing last night.
Went to see Astonishing, good as usual.
Yeah.
And then we did the syndicate quiz.
We did.
With Janet and Tony. Hi Janet, hi Tony. And yeah, we didn't do too badly for us, really, did we?
No, we weren't too bad at all.
I think if you pro-rated the points out, because we only had 4 in the team, and most of the other teams were 6, we probably won.
Yeah, but we didn't get the bottle of wine.
No, we didn't get the bottle of wine. No. Not to worry. So, so this morning, we're just going out shortly to film some of the sail into Stockholm. We arrived there at about 1 o'clock today, don't we? So looking forward to that. And more deck sports today. Yeah, and then we'll take you into Stockholm with us, hopefully. See you later. One of the most beautiful things about approaching Stockholm by sea is the archipelago, which runs for about 80 miles. It truly is a wonderful sight sailing in, and we had the benefit of sailing in during daylight. So this is our sail into Stockholm. As you can see, the gods have decided to make it rain. And it's only a light drizzle, but it is rather chilly as well. We weren't due to arrive into Stockholm until lunchtime, and as you can see, the weather wasn't really on our side. Instead of seeing beautiful blue seas, it was all a little greyed out. So we've arrived in Stockholm, and as the weather is a little inclement, one might say, we decided we'd come down to the main dining room and have some lunch before we go out. So I'm having a steak and mushroom pie, and Lindsey's having some asparagus soup, and what are you having? Oh, an Asian chicken burger. So we'll do a few little photographs of that. We very rarely have lunch in the main dining room, but we did on this occasion because we can. And here I've got my steak and mushroom pie that looks very nice, with some swede and peas, and oh, there it is, yeah, I can just about see the mashed potato.
So here's my Asian chicken breast burger, which looks jolly nice, and some chunky chips, and it's obviously got some salad bits. I would have shown you my asparagus soup, but unfortunately I've eaten it. So you've got rhubarb
and ginger crumble
and custard.
Custard's lukewarm.
Oh,
Let's see what the there's an awful lot of fruit, not much crumble. Well, there's absolutely no taste of ginger whatsoever.
glad to hear it.
That's the flavour of apple.
So now that you've been able to have a good taste, and you can compare, is it as good as the one I make?
Oh no, darling, yours is much, much better.
That's very good of you to say so. Self-preservation kicking in there.
But it is quite nice.
Oh, right,
It's certainly the best pudding I've had since I've been on the ship.
It's the only pudding you've had.
Yeah, but it's the best. Very nice. I've just had my lunch and it was sort of mixed. The flavour of the pie was really nice, and the crust on the top was really, really nice. The sweet was good. The beef was rather chewy, and the mashed potato was, well, I wouldn't call it mashed potato. I think it was mashed with water with no milk, cream or butter, but it was okay. So I've just got on the bendy bus to take us into Stockholm. Here it is, the big long bendy bus. So we come to Stockholm, and the first thing I see is a chap standing in the river, up to his waist, fishing, fly fishing for salmon. So that's good. I could stay here and watch him for at least 2 minutes. as it's pouring with rain. So we've arrived at the Opera House, which is a pretty building. So this is a statue of King Gustav II, who was in situ from 1594 to 1632.
He was king from 1611 actually.
King from 1611. It's quite an impressive statue, isn't it?
It was Sweden's first equestrian statue.
He's got a big horse at the top there as well. As we pan around the main streets here, beautiful, impressive buildings, and exceptionally clean. Think about Stockholm then, Lindsay. What's your first impression?
It's wet.
It's wet. Yeah, I was waiting for that one. Oh, let's cross over then. Wait. Oh. There's a lot of buildings here, isn't there?
Beautiful buildings.
Huge.
Massive.
Huge. Yeah.
And wet.
Not quite sure what this bloke's supposed to be. He's a lion, isn't he?
Well, there's one on the other side as well.
So we've now got two people fly fishing in the river and another one spinning over the other side. I haven't seen them catch anything yet, but the river does seem to be in fairly full flood. Hardly surprising with all the rain. So on the right hand side it looks like we've got the medieval museum, and to the left we've got this lovely little park here with some huge trees and a lovely little fountain. Just going to go over and investigate it. Oh, and there's a bloke up there with a naked bottom. So what do you do on a rainy day in Stockholm? Well, we went into the medieval museum and we're very glad we did. It's an absolute gem and free entry as well. So this is the plan of medieval Stockholm. With an extra little island here with a bridge to the cathedral. There's some of the old medieval walls of Stockholm. Obviously quite well built. This is one of the old boats that they unearthed. It's actually really big and remarkably well preserved. It's the runes. These are some of the illustrations of torture that took place here. Quite a bloody time in history, wasn't it?
All about the mandrake and the mandrake root. And although it grows in the wild Mediterranean regions, it was also taken care of and then brought here. It was bathed, wrapped and put to bed almost like a baby. It's thought to cure headaches and tiredness and was considered to have magical powers. It's also said that when it's pulled from the ground, it screams. And when I was at school, there was a song that was done, and the words started off with "Dig me up a mandrake root, so I can hear its gallows scream. Plant me deadly nightshade, and that will impart on a fatal dream."
So this is one of the little, fishermen's hut. See all the bits and pieces that they found in here. Nets and the fish and all the tools of the trade that they've got. Medieval garden. Do you want to sing now, dear?
No.
Hello and welcome to our morning catch up from Aurora. As you can see at the moment we're docked in Stockholm and the weather's a little bit better today because yesterday it was awful, wasn't it, Lindsay?
Yeah, it was a bit damp and rather cold. Today we've got a little bit of sunshine poking its head through, so it's making it a nice Well, not a warm temperature, but a better temperature than yesterday.
And dry.
And dry.
Yeah, in fact, it got so wet yesterday when we popped into Stockholm, we actually popped into a museum just to get out the rain. And
what a find that was.
Yeah.
It turned out that it was a museum to do with medieval Stockholm, and it was free. It had been earmarked to be a car park, but when they were doing the archaeological dig, they found remains there, and then they found some of the very old city walls, and so turned it into a museum. It's interactive. It's really good, and all the descriptions are in Swedish and in English, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Beautifully laid out.
Well worth a visit.
Yeah, well worth a visit if you happen to be in Stockholm.
Yeah. So after that, we came back to the ship, and you warmed up because you were cold. Then we went and had a very nice dinner in the main dining room last night. Very good dinner last night. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And then after that, we saw Lorraine Brown in the theatre. Second show, very good. She gave us a little wave at the end, but she's off the ship now. So, hi Lorraine, if you're watching. And then after that, we went and did the individual quiz. The syndicate quiz again with Janet and Tony for a bit of a laugh, and we actually came second. Yeah, bit of a shock that was. Not that we're very good at quizzes. We were just lucky, I think, with the questions. So. Yeah, having a cup of coffee now outside, and just waiting to go off on our tour this afternoon to the palace.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, so we'll probably take you with us and see you then. Thanks for watching, and if you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can see more of our adventures in the future, and hit that notification bell.